Hi there. I wanted to talk to you today about the mind body connection. And I have an interesting example for you from one of my pranic healing clients. Um, so when we do regular pranic healing sessions, and when she came for her session, she said that she had migraines a couple of weeks ago. And so one of the things this speaks to the connection between our mind and body. So, when something's going on in our body, like an injury or an illness or a migraine, a pain that you have, it's instructive to look at what is the emotional component because your body is trying to tell you something. And there's this fabulous book by Louise Hay. It's called, what's it called? Heal Your Body. And I've used it for years. She actually has this chart where you can look up the part of your body or the ailment that you have. And from her experience of years of working with clients, what that is related to. Like what emotional component is that part of your body related to? And then she also has affirmations that you can work with to start to heal that. So I went to migraines and headaches, and here's what she had to say. This is Louise Hay. She said, migraines are resisting the flow of life, dislike of being driven, and or sexual fears. And then her affirmation to consider is, I relax into the flow of life. I let life provide all that I need easily and comfortably. Life is for me. So let's talk about affirmations for a minute. I like affirmations kind of in sometimes. Where I think people go wrong with affirmations is they read those words over and over and they don't believe them. So then that breaks your trust with your body and your trust with your knowing and your soul. And that's telling yourself, I'm just trying to use my mind to change things. And your mind, it's tricky. Your mind is very powerful and your mind can change things, but you have to feel the affirmation. You have to feel it in your body. And if you just take an affirmation that someone gives you and you don't feel anything, then I don't think it's helpful. There's nuances. That's another post. That's the basics of what I think about affirmations. So if I told her, read that affirmation. If it feels true for you, like if you can feel that resonating in your body, then go with that affirmation. If you can't, what I like to do is just ask a question about the affirmation. Like in this example, it would be, I relax into the flow of life. So I might ask myself, how can I relax into the flow of life? Like, what can I do? Are there people that would support that? Are there books that would support that? Are there activities that I do that would support that or that I could do that would support that? And then consider the ways that you always get what you need. Like just make a list. How do because we get our needs met left and right all the time, every day, and we really take it for granted. So with this affirmation, I encouraged her to look at the ways that you continually get your needs met. And then headaches are a little bit different. Headaches are invalidating the self-criticism, and fear. So the affirmation for that is, I love and approve of myself. I see myself and what I do with the eyes of love. I am safe. So if you are someone who is struggling with loving yourself and you just say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, you're probably not going to get anywhere because there's subconscious programming that needs to be addressed. You're not feeling it in your body. So you could make a list of things that you love about yourself and then ask yourself, how could I do more of those things? You could do subconscious reprogramming. I do that in my coaching. There are lots of coaching techniques you can do to really get at that. You could practice the feeling of being safe. Like think of a time when you were really safe, when you felt really safe, and then just close your eyes and feel like, what did that feel like in my body? I feel really safe. What does that feel like in my body? And then practice that feeling, like bring that up every day. Maybe it's before you go to bed. Maybe it's when you get up in the morning. Don't start practicing it when you're triggered. You want to practice it when you're not triggered, so that when you are triggered, you can more easily call that up. And then just really feel into what safety feels like in your body and practice that feeling. So that can be really helpful for headaches too. So one last story, a different pranic healing client sent me a message. They were on a 4-day silent retreat and sent me a message on day 2 and said, I have this crazy pain in between my shoulder blades. Can you please do some pranic healing on me? So, I was just thinking it's the way, the person is sitting when they're doing meditation, because it was hours of meditation every day. But when I got in there, I heard the message. I'm increasingly getting psychic messages in my pranic healing sessions, and I heard this is emotional in nature. This is not physical. So I went to the solar plexus chakra and I started working on that, and I did an emotional healing, and just to see what would happen. I thought, if my message was wrong, then I can do something different. But let's just do the emotional healing and see what happens. And the message I got back was, oh my gosh, that was remarkable. The pain is totally gone. So there were some emotions that were coming up at that retreat, and they were in the back solar plexus, which is where we like to stuff our emotions that we don't want to deal with. We just put them in our emotional backpack. And so in this retreat, all of those emotions were coming to the surface, and there was a lot of pain around that. But this person was not ready to actually feel and process the emotions. They were just coming up, and so they were having a lot of pain. So next time you have pain or illness or an injury, think about, what is that part of my body trying to tell me? You can go to some of these resources. You can go to the Louise Hay book, Heal Your Body. You can just ask your guides. You can get quiet in a meditative space and you can ask your guides, what is the message in this for me? And see what comes, and trust that what comes is true. And also, you can come to me for coaching and pranic healing. This is the kind of stuff I deal with my clients all the time. It's a really nice pairing, emotional and thoughts. I do spirit, mind, body, coaching, and healing. So it's really nice to pair the coaching, where we can talk about some practices to address you at the soul, your issues at the soul level, at the spirit level, at the mind level, and at the body level. So I would love to help you out with that if you need some help. I hope that was enlightening to you today. Let me know if you would like some coaching or pranic healing. Links are in the bio. Bye.